Okay, so, I mean, this is the hard part. This is so hard. This is so hard. Why did I agree to do this? No, I love it. I love it.
Darcy Carden, thank you so much for joining me today. We're tasking you with something impossible. I want to acknowledge that it is impossible.
Thank you, Megan.
Because Janet is the best.
Well, I didn't say that. You said.
When we're talking about this, we're going like, who was the most fun to play?
It's not who is the best written or who's the best character. It's who did I have the most fun playing. Okay.
Number 9.
Woo!
Neutral Janet.
I mean, is that even right? It makes sense that neutral Janet is last because there's nothing to her really.
End of conversation.
Literally no reaction. You know, if somebody was giving her like a hard time or telling her that they loved her, it would be nothing. It would be no reaction. You would think that like neutral Janet would be the least fun to play, but she actually is. It's really fun to do that. Even though she's neutral, it's not just nothing. It's like a thing. I get to do a thing. And the thing is have the meat of my face hang off the bones. For some reason, neutral Janet was one that would like crack up the crew a little bit, like the camera guys and stuff. So I really liked playing her. But yes, I guess for this list, she's my worst. I hate her. Just kidding. I love her.
Okay. Miss Beauty. Tahani Janet.
When I like looked at her, I literally was like, I like somehow see Jamila. How is that? It's my face, but it's the dress. So playing these other characters, I mean, meaning like playing Jason, Tahani, Eleanor, and Chidi was simultaneously so fun and so stressful. And there was something especially stressful about Tahani because there was the accent.
It's like, this time the Xanax took me.
Jamila has such a way of like holding her body that I wanted to get right. I remember one night going home from set when I had done the scene where Tahani sees into Janet's like computer mainframe and sees that she at one point was married to Jason.
In one of the reboots, you and Janet were married.
I remember like getting in my car and being like, that was one of the hardest days I've ever had on this show. I was like, I might have to call Morgan, the director, and ask him if we could like do that again, which I didn't because actors are crazy and that's kind of what you go through sometimes on your drive home. Okay, Eleanor Janet. Eleanor was really hard. Kristen is really subtle and it was hard to get those subtleties. And it was little things like putting my hands in my back pockets or like the way she would hold her arms or the way certain like words would go up, but
just barfing Wikipedia all over everyone to avoid talking about your feelings.
I really wanted to get those subtleties right. Ugh, but I love that pink sweatshirt. Why don't I keep that?
This looks like the most comfortable of the outfits.
Check Jason before you say that.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, this stunner. What?
I love this gal. So Disco Janet was such a gift from the writers. I bet she's on screen for a minute in all.
What it is.
It's really not a lot of screen time, but I want you to look at like the fingernails, the outfit, the wig, do a close-up on the eye makeup. It was like disco ball, purple, green, blue. I think everybody was so excited about the possibility of Disco Janet that they kind of like went above and beyond. There's like a little star clip in her hair. You see that? I got to wear roller skates to play Disco Janet. This is not an easy look, you know what I mean? This doesn't take 15 minutes to put on. I have a video of being in my trailer and my husband Jason was visiting that day and I had to get this outfit on, which is like stretchy sequin material, but I had my fake long disco fingernails on already. So having Jason put on my my stretch pants was just a lovely sight, I'm sure.
What it is.
That's the most romantic thing I've ever witnessed. My only complaint about Disco Janet is that we didn't see her enough.
Moving on from this beautiful queen to somebody who had a much more comfortable wardrobe.
Yes, I just felt nothing but joy playing this character. I mean, Manny, like, he created a character that I've never seen in my life before. I've never seen any of it before. The way he talks, his inflection. A lot of times when Manny would say a line,
I made you this cool thing so you remember me, even when you're married to Aquaman.
When they would call cut, I would be like, why did you say it like that? Like, why? Tell me, I need to know. How could you have made that choice? It makes no sense, but is perfect. Janet has gotten to spend a ton of time with Jason. Darcy has gotten to spend a ton of time with Manny in scenes. And so that one came pretty naturally for me.
Did the Jacksonville Jaguars win the Super Bowl last year?
You're serious? No.
Will they ever win the Super Bowl?
How much research about the Jacksonville Jaguars did you do
Great question.
before taking on Jason?
Hours into days, days into weeks, weeks into months. You know what I mean? I just couldn't get enough of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are a football team in Florida that have different players of all talents, you know? And I will name them. I will name them for you later.
We're moving on to Chidi Janet.
Chidi Janet. On the day, while I was doing it, Jason Janet was the be-all, end-all, the most fun, like that sort of easy, fun, funny feeling where you're just like, oh, cool, I got this, let's just play. Chidi was not fun at all, which is weird that I'm ranking him so high. But I kept hearing Will's voice in my head and his cadence and the way he says things so specifically.
I really want to play this cool, but I'm afraid that I'm gonna ruin it if I try to be sexy.
And then I couldn't do that. That wouldn't come out of me very easily. So it was not a fun time playing Chidi, but it was like rewarding because I love Chidi and I got to do a really beautifully written scene that like truly moved me, Darcy. Like I couldn't get through this scene and I'm like saying these words to a tennis ball on a pole and I had to like, start over because I was so choked up.
Yeah, the first time Chidi said he loves Eleanor was you telling yourself.
I love that. To me, that's kind of like the perfect explanation of this show.
Number 3 is Bad Janet.
Playing Bad Janet is so fun. It's the only time in this entire show, really, that I get to be like a dirtbag, like a bitch.
Oh, get over yourself, you dork.
There's 2 things that are popping into my head. One is the first time I played her in season 1. We don't do a ton of improv on this show, but once we did a couple takes, the director told me to just like be meaner. He was like, just improvise whatever you want, but just like be meaner, which was very fun. But also I'm now just like being mean to Ted Danson, which felt strange. Now in season 4, there was an episode where Michael sort of has Bad Janet in like a jail. Ultimately, like in a day, I would play Bad Janet for like a couple hours, but this was a whole day, morning till night. And it was just me and Ted the whole day. And I'm just like being a jerk to him the entire day.
Humans are good and worthy of respect and not big fat sacks of dookie.
There were a few check-ins that day where he and I had to sort of be like, hey, love you, buddy, we're friends, everything's good, right? It's fun to play Bad Janet in like small doses, but when I played her all day, it was like, ooh, this is real.
I have another hard-hitting journalism question. How proficient were you at fart noises before Bad Janet versus at the end of this series?
Okay, do you want to talk farts for a sec?
Yeah, I do.
Let's talk farts for a sec. I have a complicated relationship with fart humor. Like, I don't know what makes a funny fart joke and what doesn't make a funny fart joke, but in season 1, during one of the first times we see Bad Janet, she does this fart. In the script, it said, Bad Janet makes a fart noise. So if you watch the first time Bad Janet farts, it's with my mouth. I'm going like that. But of course, when they like edit it, they put in this great like juicy fart sound.
Nailed it.
And it definitely looks like Bad Janet is farting. That's what got like the laugh. I got like all these tweets about it and stuff, like about all these fart tweets. Ew, fart tweets. And so then the writers really liked the farting, and then she farted all the time, and then she was just like a total fart queen. That was a struggle for me.
Yeah, really, really arduous work. Numero dos. The OG. First Janet, a pure
Right.
baby, doesn't know what love is yet.
No.
She's so innocent.
Hi there. How can I help you?
I love this gal. In the beginning, I struggled with how robotic and how humans make her, and Mike Schur really helped me with that, and we sort of like figured it out together. And then once we got it, it was just like I knew her as well as I knew myself. There's like no choice that she would make that I like didn't understand. This is very cheesy to talk about, but she's sort of like intertwined with my dang soul. Ooh, definitely love talking about stuff like that. But she just was very comfortable to play, especially after we sort of figured her out that first season.
Numero uno.
Evolve Janet was like harder to get to than you might think. Again, it's a little bit like that Chidi thing where it was like a struggle, but ultimately very rewarding. I just loved playing her. I never didn't like it. Do you know what I mean? Like every day I was happy to go to work and play this character. The writers got her so well and got me so well, and every scene there was like something absolutely joyful for me, Darcy, to get to do. Evolved Janet I would only rank over OG Janet just because she got to like react a little more.
No, it's in my void and you can't have it.
Getting to do like love scenes, like romantic, sweet little cutie scenes with Manny was so much fun, and really special scenes with Ted and you know, Michael and Janet. I truly could cry just thinking about it right now. I loved playing this character. It will always be like a highlight of my life. And when I look at these OG Good Janet and Evolved Janet, it just makes me really happy and sad. I miss her.
Do you feel like what she felt for Jason was true love?
I feel like it was true love. Maybe the truest love. Maybe not the way that you and I experience love. Janet's version of love is still like wanting the best for someone and wanting to like help them in their quest to be the best, have the best, feel the best, whatever it is. She grew those feelings in her little robot chest. Not a robot.
Darcy, ma'am, you did it.
Woo!
You know?
Ha!
You ranked those Janets. You did it.
And it's
Proud
set
of you.
in stone. I love them all. They're all my babies. They're my heart and soul. Even that nasty bad girl.